chosen ones, listen to me. Stop what you are doing and hear this. If this message has found its way to your screen, it is not by algorithm, it is by divine appointment. You must see this before the 14th of August, 2025. I am here to deliver an urgent, time-sensitive download about a celestial event that will not be in the headlines. It will not be on the news, but it will be felt in the very marrow of your bones. Between August 14th and August 21st, 2025, a rare and potent lunar energy shift will sweep across this planet, acting as a planetary-wide trigger for a mass awakening. This is not a metaphor. This is a vibrational reality. The moon, our sacred celestial mother, is aligning in a way that creates a hyperdimensional gateway, flooding the Earth's grid with a frequency of pure, unadulterated truth. This energy is designed to do one thing: to wake up the sleepers. But for you, the ones who are already awake, the high vibrational beings, the light workers, the starseeds, for you this week is something else entirely. It is not an alarm clock. It is a final exam. It is an opportunity to consciously manipulate this immense surge of lunar energy, to harness its raw spiritual power, and to rewrite your reality from the ground up, attracting the abundance, peace, and purpose that is your soul's birthright. But there is a caution. With great power comes great responsibility. During this sacred 8-day window, the veil between thought and manifestation will be almost non-existent. Your energetic signature will be amplified 1,000-fold. This is why the universe has tasked me with bringing you this critical intelligence, a list of 9 things you absolutely must avoid doing at all costs during this period. Engaging in any of these will not just set you back, it could lock you into a karmic loop that will be incredibly difficult to escape. This is a timeline split, and your choices this week determine which timeline you anchor into. Before we begin, I need you to anchor your intention with us. Do 3 things right now to signal to the universe that you are receiving this transmission. First, like this video to infuse it with your light. Second, subscribe and turn on all notifications, as I will be sharing more guidance throughout this critical period. And third, go to the comments right now and type "I am ready" to declare that you are prepared to step into your full power. The first thing you must avoid, and this is perhaps the most critical of all, is avoiding or ignoring your intuitive hits and the synchronicities that will be bombarding you. From August 14th onward, your intuition will no longer be a subtle whisper. It will be a clear, undeniable directive. It will feel like a magnetic pull in your solar plexus, guiding you towards something or repelling you from something else. It will manifest as a sudden, unshakable feeling of knowing, without any logical explanation. You might be about to sign a contract, and a wave of nausea washes over you. That is not anxiety. That is your higher self screaming, no. You might feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to drive a different route home from work. That is not a random whim. That is your guides diverting you from a low vibrational encounter or event. During this lunar gateway, the universe will be speaking to you directly through the language of energy and symbols. You must treat every coincidence as a divine breadcrumb. The repeated number sequences you see, 1111, 222, 444, 777, are not just cute patterns. They are frequency markers, confirming you are on the right path or alerting you to pay closer attention. Seeing a hawk circle overhead is not just nature. It is a message to elevate your perspective. Hearing the same song 3 times in one day is not a coincidence. It is the universe handing you a lyrical key to unlock a problem you are facing. The critical mistake most will make is to rationalize these events away. They will say, "Oh, what a coincidence," or "I'm just being paranoid." To do this between August 14th and 21st is spiritual malpractice. It is the equivalent of hanging up the phone while your divine counsel is giving you life-saving instructions. You will be tested. The universe will send you a sign, a clear intuitive hit. Your job is to honor it without question. If you ignore the gentle nudge, the next signal will be a shove. If you ignore the shove, the next will be a cosmic 2x4 to the head. This is not a punishment, it is a mercy. The energy is moving so fast that the course corrections must be swift and immediate to keep you aligned with your highest timeline. So make a pact with yourself right now. For these 8 days, your intuition is your only compass. Your feelings are your only facts. The second thing you must avoid at all costs is engaging in old karmic patterns, especially those related to relationships and self-worth. This lunar energy is a powerful solvent designed to dissolve the densest karmic bonds that have kept you chained to cycles of suffering. Think about that one pattern you always fall back into when you are stressed or lonely. Maybe it's texting an ex you know is an energetic vampire. Maybe it's scrolling through social media and comparing your journey to others, feeding the beast of inadequacy. Maybe it's a specific type of argument you always have with a family member, a script you've both played out 100 times. This week, the urge to replay these patterns will surface with immense intensity. It will feel like a craving, a deep-seated need. This is the pattern's last-ditch effort to survive. It is dying, and it is pulling on your energy for one last meal. You must understand that if you consciously choose to engage in that old behavior during this potent window, the amplified lunar energy will not dissolve the pattern, it will seal it. It will pour cosmic concrete over that neural pathway, making it 10 times harder to break in the future. This is the final exam. The universe is asking, have you learned the lesson? Have you finally realized you are worthy of more? When the urge arises to text that person, to start that fight, to indulge in that self-sabotaging habit, you must become the sacred observer. Do not judge the urge. Do not shame yourself for it. Simply see it. Acknowledge it. You can even speak to it. I see you, old pattern of feeling unworthy. I see you, old pattern of seeking validation outside of myself. I thank you for the lessons you have taught me about what I no longer want. But today, I choose differently. Today, I choose me. Then consciously and deliberately take a different action. Put your phone on airplane mode. Go for a walk in nature. Put on a high-frequency sound bath. Write down everything you are grateful for. This simple act of conscious choice is a declaration of sovereignty that will echo through the cosmos. You are telling the universe you have graduated, and it will respond by swinging open doors to new relationships and new levels of self-love you never thought possible. If you can feel these old heavy karmic chains starting to rust and break away from you even as you hear these words, if you feel a lightness entering your spirit, I want you to go to the comments right now and powerfully declare your freedom. Type I am free 777 to anchor this liberation not just for yourself but for the entire collective. Your declaration adds light to the grid and helps another soul break free. The third thing you must avoid is dismissing your dreams as meaningless noise. During the August 14th to 21st gateway, the veil between the waking world and the dream world will be virtually transparent. Your sleep state will no longer be a time of simple rest. It will be your primary classroom, your training ground, and your strategic planning session with your higher self and your spiritual guides. Your dreams will become profoundly lucid, hyper-realistic, and saturated with emotional and symbolic significance. Do not be surprised if you have vivid dreams of flying, soaring over landscapes with a feeling of absolute freedom. This is your soul body recalibrating to a higher frequency, remembering its limitless nature. You might dream of walking through ancient temples or futuristic cities of light, receiving downloads and attunements from your star family. You might have deeply emotional reunions with loved ones who have passed on, who will appear not as sad ghosts but as vibrant, wise guides offering you love and crucial advice for your path ahead. You might also encounter people you have never met in this life, yet you feel an overwhelming sense of familiarity and love, a deep recognition in your soul. This is you meeting with your soul group to coordinate your missions in the waking world. On the other hand, do not be afraid if you experience intense or frightening dreams. These are not punishments. These are what is known as shadow work integration sessions. Your subconscious, supercharged by the lunar energy, is bringing your deepest fears to the surface in the safe container of the dreamscape, so you can face them, integrate their lessons, and release their power over you. To wake up and say, "Oh, that was just a weird dream," is to throw away the very blueprint the universe is hand-delivering to you each night. The solution is simple but non-negotiable. Place a journal and pen by your bed. Before you fall asleep, set a clear intention. Say out loud or in your mind, I ask my higher self and my benevolent guides to bring me the clarity, wisdom, and healing I need most in my dream state tonight. I ask to remember my dreams with perfect clarity upon waking. When your alarm goes off, do not reach for your phone. Do not start planning your day. Before your feet even touch the floor, grab your journal and write. Write down everything. The colors, the feelings, the symbols, the words spoken, the strange landscapes. Even if it's just a single image or a fleeting emotion, capture it. These are not random fragments, they are pieces of your personal treasure map, guiding you toward your most abundant and soul-aligned reality. The fourth thing you absolutely must avoid during this sacred lunar gateway is consuming low-vibrational foods and media. Understand this. Chosen one. Your physical body is not just a meat suit. It is a highly sophisticated, crystalline biocomputer. It is a sacred temple that houses your eternal soul. And during this 8-day period, from August 14th to 21st, this temple becomes a cosmic tuning fork, designed to resonate with and download the incoming 5D light codes. What you put into your body and what you allow into your mind will directly determine the clarity of the signal you receive. It is that simple. To consciously consume dense, lifeless, and energetically deadening substances during this time is like pouring mud into a pristine satellite dish right before the most important transmission in history is about to be broadcast. It will not just slow you down, it will actively block the ascension codes from integrating into your DNA. Let's talk about physical consumption first. For these 8 days, I implore you to be radically mindful of what you eat and drink. This is not about dieting or punishment. It is about reverence for your vessel. Avoid heavy processed foods that take immense life force energy to digest. Avoid excessive sugar, which creates energetic static in your auric field. And most importantly, avoid alcohol and other mind-altering substances that deliberately create holes in your aura, leaving you wide open to psychic attack and low vibrational attachments. These substances are designed to do one thing: lower your frequency and disconnect you from your intuitive guidance system. During this potent gateway, that is a risk you cannot afford to take. Instead, turn to foods that are alive and humming with light. Eat vibrant fruits and vegetables, preferably organic. Drink pure, filtered water, perhaps infusing it with lemon or a slice of cucumber. Imagine that with every sip, you are cleansing your cells and preparing them to hold more light. Think of it as feeding your light body, not just your physical body. You are preparing your temple for a divine visitation. This conscious choice to consume high vibrational foods will rapidly accelerate your ability to anchor the new frequencies and will make you feel lighter, clearer, and more psychically attuned than ever before. Even more critical than your physical diet is your mental and informational diet. Your mind is the projector that creates your reality, and your eyes and ears are the gateways to that mind. What are you allowing through those gates? Between August 14th and 21st, you must go on a strict information fast from the frequency of fear. This means turning off the mainstream news. The news is not designed to inform you. It is engineered to harvest your emotional energy by broadcasting a constant stream of fear, division, and powerlessness. It is the very frequency that this lunar shift has come to dissolve. To immerse yourself in it now is to consciously chain yourself to the very 3D matrix that is crumbling. Likewise, be ruthless about what you consume on social media. Unfollow accounts that thrive on drama, gossip, outrage, or making you feel less than. Gossip is a vibrational poison. It lowers your frequency and entangles you in a karmic web of judgment. Mindless scrolling, in itself, is an energy leak. It is a subtle drain on your life force, pulling your precious focus and creative energy into a digital void. And be exceptionally careful about the entertainment you watch. Violent movies, horror films, and shows filled with betrayal and trauma are not just stories, they are energetic imprints. During this hyper-receptive state, watching them is like willingly allowing a negative entity to perform a ritual in your subconscious mind, seeding your energy field with fear and trauma. that you will then have to spend months clearing. The choice is yours. You can feed your mind with the frequency of fear, or you can feed it with the frequency of light. For these 8 days, choose light. Listen to high-frequency music, like solfeggio frequencies, 432 Hz healing tones, or classical music. Read books that expand your soul and ignite your spirit. Watch documentaries about the beauty of nature or the mysteries of the cosmos. Go outside and consume the media of the natural world, the sound of the wind, the sight of the stars, the feeling of the sun on your skin. Protect the gates of your mind as fiercely as a guardian protects a sacred temple, because right now, that is exactly what it is. The fifth thing you must avoid, and this is a subtle but profoundly powerful one, is wielding the power of your spoken word carelessly. Your words are not just sounds. Your words are incantations. They are vibrational commands sent out into the quantum field, which the universe must then obey. The act of speaking is an act of creation. Every word you utter is a brushstroke on the canvas of your reality. Now, take that principle and amplify it by 1,000. That is the level of creative power your words will hold during the August 14th Thint 21 Lunar Gateway. The buffer time, the delay between what you speak and what you experience, will be almost completely gone. You are literally speaking your reality into being in real time. Therefore, to engage in negative self-talk, complaining, or speaking words of lack is not just a bad habit during this week. It is an act of deliberate self-sabotage. It is like standing in a sacred magic circle and casting a spell against yourself. Every time you say, "I can't afford that," you are casting a spell of poverty. Every time you say, "I'm always so tired," you are casting a spell of exhaustion. Every time you look in the mirror and criticize your appearance, you are casting a spell of unworthiness. Every time you complain about your job, your partner, or your life, you are sending a powerful prayer to the universe, begging it to send you more experiences to complain about. And during this amplified lunar window, the universe, in its infinite and impartial wisdom, will grant your request with lightning speed. You must become a vigilant warrior of your words. You must catch them before they leave your lips. The primary form of this carelessness is complaining. Complaining is the favorite pastime of the sleeping masses. It is a way to bond in shared misery, and to abdicate personal responsibility for one's reality. You, the chosen one, must rise above this. For these 8 days, make a sacred vow to go on a complaint fast. When you catch the urge to complain, stop, take a breath, and instead find one single thing in that situation to be grateful for. If you hate your job, instead of complaining about your boss, say, "I am so grateful to have an income that supports me while the universe guides me to my soul's true calling." This single act of reframing is a quantum leap in consciousness. It shifts you from the frequency of victimhood to the frequency of a conscious creator. The other facet of this is gossip and slander. To speak ill of another person during this time is to instantly wrap their dense karma around your own energy field. It creates a toxic energetic cord between you and that person, pulling you down to their level of consciousness. It is a distraction of the highest order, designed by the ego to make you feel momentarily superior, while it poisons your soul. You must have zero tolerance for it, both from your own lips and from the lips of others. If someone begins to gossip to you, you must have the strength to lovingly interrupt them and change the subject, or simply walk away. Protect your ears and your energy field. So what do you do instead? You practice the art of sacred speech. You understand that every word is an opportunity. Instead of "I want," you say "I am." Instead of "I hope," you say "I know." You speak your affirmations not as future desires but as present moment realities. You wake up and declare, "I am a magnet for miracles. My body is healthy, vibrant, and strong. Abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. I am surrounded by loving, supportive relationships." You speak these truths into the mirror. You write them on your walls. You sing them in the car. You infuse the very air around you with the frequency of your highest potential. You speak with intention. You speak with gratitude. And sometimes, you practice the most powerful form of sacred speech. There is sacred silence. You learn that not every thought needs to be voiced. By being still, you allow the universe to speak to you. This week, let your words be blessings, not curses. Let them be builders of worlds, not destroyers of potential. Your voice is a magic wand. Use it wisely. If you are feeling the power of this truth in your soul, if you are ready to reclaim the divine creative power of your own voice and your own mind, I want you to anchor this intention right now. Go to the comments and declare with all your heart, I am a conscious creator 1111. By typing this, you are sending a signal to the quantum field that you are no longer a victim of circumstance, but the master of your reality. The sixth thing you must avoid is mindless socializing and energetic contamination. This is a point that requires deep discernment. Chosen one. The instruction is not to become a recluse and lock yourself away from the world for 8 days. Although for some of you, a period of deep solitude may be exactly what your soul is calling for, and you must honor that. The true directive is to become an impeccable guardian of your own energy field. Your aura, your personal energetic space, is going to be incredibly open, sensitive and porous during this lunar gateway. It is being intentionally opened so that it can receive the maximum amount of light, but this also makes you highly susceptible to the energies around you. You will be like a psychic sponge. To unconsciously place yourself in dense, chaotic or low vibrational environments is to allow your freshly cleansed and upgraded energy field to be contaminated with energetic sludge. Think about the places and people that drain your life force. Large chaotic crowds in shopping malls or loud bars where the collective energy is one of frantic consumerism, intoxication and unconsciousness. Avoid these places. Obligatory social gatherings with family members or colleagues who operate on a frequency of complaint, judgment, and small-mindedness. Avoid these gatherings. These are what we call energy vampires. They may not be bad people, but they are unconsciously feeding on the light of others because their own connection to source is weak. During this critical week, you cannot afford to be a free meal. Engaging with them will feel like you're walking through mud and you will leave feeling drained, foggy and disconnected from your own intuitive truth. You have to understand that protecting your energy is not selfish. It is a sacred act of self-love and a requirement for you to fulfill your mission. Your vibration is your most precious asset. It is the signal you are broadcasting to the universe, and it is what determines what you attract into your experience. To allow it to be dumbed down by unconscious association is to compromise your entire reality creation process. So what is the alternative? The alternative is conscious connection. Prioritize spending time with your soul family. These are the people who see you, who get you, who celebrate your light and are not intimidated by it. They are the friends with whom you can have conversations about the cosmos, about consciousness, about your dreams and your fears, and you leave feeling more energized and inspired than when you arrived. Seek them out. Your connection will amplify each other's light exponentially. But even more importantly, prioritize time with yourself and with nature. Solitude during this period is not loneliness. It is a sacred communion. It is in the stillness, away from the noise and demands of the outside world, that you will be able to clearly hear the whispers of your soul and integrate the powerful downloads that are coming through. Nature is the ultimate energetic reset button. Go for a walk in a forest, sit by an ocean or a lake, put your bare feet on the earth. This practice, known as grounding or earthing, allows the chaotic static energy to flow out of your body and into the earth, while you draw up the planet's stable, healing frequency. This week, be fiercely intentional about who and what you allow into your sacred space. It is a temple, and only those who come with reverence and respect should be granted entry. The seventh thing that you must avoid at all costs, a trap so insidious that it has kept humanity enslaved for millennia, is operating from a mindset of scarcity and lack. Listen closely, because this one point has the power to single-handedly determine the trajectory of your entire life post-August 21st. The lunar energy flooding the planet is the frequency of pure, unlimited, divine abundance. It is the raw creative substrate of the universe, the stuff from which stars are born and galaxies are spun. It is the ultimate yes. During this gateway, this energy of infinite potential will be flowing to you, through you and around you. It is looking for a directive. It is waiting for instructions. Your mindset, your core beliefs about reality, particularly concerning money, resources, and your own worthiness, are those instructions. To hold a frequency of scarcity during this time is to take the infinite miraculous power of the cosmos and use it to build a bigger, stronger prison of lack for yourself. It is a spiritual tragedy of the highest order. Let's be clear about what a scarcity mindset looks like, because it is subtle and it hides in plain sight. It is the knot of anxiety in your stomach when you look at your bank account. It is the pang of jealousy or resentment you feel when you see someone else succeed. It is the belief that there is a limited pie, and if someone else gets a big slice, there is less for you. It is hoarding resources, afraid to let money flow out. It is the constant internal monologue of, "I can't afford it. That's not for people like me," or "I have to struggle and work hard for every penny." These are not just thoughts. They are powerful vibrational spells that repel the very abundance you desire. They are a declaration to the universe that you live in a state of not enough, and the universe, which is an impartial mirror, will obediently reflect that reality back to you with terrifying precision, especially now. During this lunar gateway, if you focus on your debts, you will manifest more bills. If you focus on what you don't have, you will manifest more emptiness. The energy is too potent and too immediate to do otherwise. So what is the sacred antidote? It is the conscious and deliberate cultivation of a frequency of radical abundance. This is not about pretending you have millions of dollars in the bank. This is about understanding a deeper, more fundamental truth. You are already infinitely abundant, because you are a fractal of the infinite source. Abundance is your nature. Lack is an illusion, a program of the 3D matrix you are here to transcend. Your work during these 8 days is to feel the feeling of abundance, regardless of your external circumstances. This is the master key. You begin with gratitude. You do not just list what you're grateful for. You embody the feeling. You feel the profound wealth in the air you breathe, in the clean water you drink, in the roof over your head, in the love of a pet, in the beauty of a sunset. You must anchor into the feeling that you are already outrageously provided for. Next, you must master the principle of circulation. Scarcity hoards, abundance flows. To activate the flow of abundance to you, you must become a source of flow from you. This does not mean you have to give away money you don't have. You can give a compliment. You can offer your time to help a friend. You can tip a little extra with a feeling of joy and expansion, knowing that you are a channel for universal wealth. When you give from a place of genuine joy, you are sending a thunderous signal to the universe that says, "I have more than enough. I am so abundant that I can afford to be generous." This frequency is an irresistible magnet for financial and material blessings. When a bill arrives, instead of panicking, you hold it and say, "Thank you for this opportunity to circulate abundance. I bless this bill, and I know the money to pay it flows to me with ease." You must shift from seeing money as a source of stress to seeing it as what it truly is: neutral creative energy. It is a tool, and this week, the universe wants to put that tool in the hands of the light workers, the chosen ones, who will use it to heal, to build, to create, and to anchor the new earth. It is testing you. It is watching. Will you continue to play the game of lack, or will you step into the truth of your infinite supply? The choice you make, the vibration you hold between August 14th and 21st, will set your financial thermostat for years to come. If you are ready to shatter the chains of the lack mentality, to step out of the prison of scarcity, and into the sunlit reality of your divine inheritance, I need you to make a powerful declaration to the cosmos right now. Go to the comments and type with conviction, "I am a magnet for abundance." 888. Feel the truth of these words resonate in every cell of your body. You are declaring your freedom from the old program and aligning with the universal flow of all good. The 8th thing you must avoid at all costs is a trap that is especially potent for the ambitious, driven, and action-oriented souls among you. It is the trap of forcing outcomes, rushing divine timing, and taking panicked, misaligned action. You have been feeling this shift building. You feel the magnitude of what is coming, and your soul is thrumming with a desire for change. You want the new relationship, the soul-aligned career, the move to a new city, and you want it now. The energy is so high, so electric, that it creates a powerful sense of urgency. This urgency can be easily misinterpreted by the ego as a command to push, to strive, to hustle, and to force your will upon the universe. This is a critical error in translation. To engage in forceful panicked action during this sacred gateway is like trying to pry open a rosebud with a crowbar a day before it is meant to bloom. You will not get the flower, you will only get a mangled mess. You must understand that you are in a co-creative dance with a vast, benevolent and infinitely intelligent universe. This lunar energy is orchestrating a divine symphony of awakenings, clearings, and alignments on a planetary scale. You are a key instrument in this orchestra, but you are not the conductor. Your job is not to force the music, but to listen intently for your cue and play your part with flawless timing. Panicked action comes from the frequency of fear. It is the voice of the ego screaming, "If I don't make this happen, it won't happen. I'm going to miss my chance." It feels frantic, heavy and stressful. It leads you to send that desperate follow-up email, to make that ultimatum in a relationship, to invest in a scheme that feels a little off, but promises quick results. These actions are born of a distrust in the divine. They are a declaration that you believe you are separate from the flow and must struggle against it to get what you want. During this amplified period, these actions will backfire spectacularly, creating more resistance, more struggle, and pushing your desires further away. The sacred alternative is the mastery of surrender and the art of taking inspired action. Surrender is not passivity. It is not giving up. It is the highest form of trust. It is the conscious act of releasing your white-knuckled grip on the how and the when, and turning it over to the wisdom of your higher self and the universe. You state your desire with clarity and passion. You feel the feeling of it as already done, and then you let it go. You release the need to control the outcome. This act of release creates a vacuum, a space for the universe to rush in with its magic, and it is in this space of trust and receptivity that you will receive the signal for inspired action. Inspired action feels completely different from panicked action. It feels light, it feels exciting, it feels effortless and magnetic. It doesn't feel like you're pushing a boulder uphill. It feels like you're joyfully skipping down a path that has magically appeared before you. It will come as a sudden, brilliant idea that drops into your mind while you're in the shower. It will be an intuitive nudge to call a person you haven't spoken to in years. It will be a coincidental email that lands in your inbox, presenting the perfect opportunity. It will be a quiet, calm inner knowing that says, "Now is the time." There is no anxiety attached to it, only a sense of rightness and flow. During this August gateway, your only job is to get very still and listen, meditate, walk in nature, journal. Do whatever it takes to quiet the frantic voice of the ego so you can hear the gentle whisper of your soul. The universe has a plan for you that is far more magnificent than anything your limited ego could ever conceive. Its timing is impeccable. Your only task is to trust the process, stay aligned in a high vibration of gratitude and abundance, and be ready to move when the green light of inspired action flashes. Resisting the urge to force things is your ultimate act of power this week. It is a demonstration of your mastery and your readiness to graduate to a new level of co-creation with the divine. And now, we arrive at the final, the ninth, and in many ways, the most profound and challenging thing you must avoid at all costs during this unprecedented lunar gateway. It is the linchpin that holds the entire old reality in place. It is the root from which all other self-sabotaging behaviors grow. The ninth thing you must avoid is refusing to let go of your old identity and clinging to the story of who you used to be. This is the final boss battle of your ascension process. Everything we have discussed, the karmic patterns, the scarcity mindset, the careless words, the need for control, they are not just random habits, they are the defining characteristics of a character you have been playing. Perhaps for this entire lifetime, perhaps for many lifetimes. This character is your old identity. It is the collage of labels, stories, traumas, and limitations that you have come to believe is you. It is the story of "I am the one who always gets hurt. I am the person who struggles with money. I am the anxious one. I am not worthy of great love. I am the one who has to do it all alone." This collection of stories, this old self, has served a purpose. It has protected you. It has kept you safe in the predictable confines of the 3D matrix. It has helped you navigate a world of pain and limitation, but its contract has now expired. The lunar energy arriving between August 14th and 21st is a cosmic fire designed to incinerate this false self, to burn away the costume so that the radiant, infinite, true soul that you are can finally emerge in its full glory. The gravest mistake you can make this week is to fight this sacred fire. Clinging to your old identity during this gateway is like refusing to get out of a burning building because you are sentimentally attached to the furniture. It is a form of spiritual suicide. You will feel this happening as an intense inner conflict. A part of you will feel the exhilarating pull toward expansion, freedom, and the unknown. But another part, the ego identity, will scream in terror. It will pull you back with all its might, using its most effective weapons, nostalgia, guilt, and fear. It will whisper, "Remember when things weren't so bad, at least we knew what to expect." It will remind you of past hurts to justify staying small and safe. When a miraculous opportunity appears, one that is perfectly aligned with your soul's desire, the old identity will self-sabotage, convincing you that you are not ready, not good enough, or that it's too good to be true. It does this because your expansion means its death, and the ego fears annihilation above all else. To consciously side with that voice of fear this week is to slam the door on your own evolution. It is to tell the universe, "No thank you, I prefer this comfortable cage." The open sky is too frightening. The universe will honor your free will. The gateway will close, and you will find yourself more deeply entrenched in your old problems than ever before, having used the immense creative power of the moon to pour cosmic concrete on the walls of your own prison. The path of the master is to facilitate a sacred death. You must be the willing midwife to the demise of your old self. This requires courage, compassion, and a radical act of surrender. You must look at this old identity, this collection of stories and pains, not with judgment, but with love and gratitude. You can perform a ritual. Write a letter to your old self. Thank it for every lesson. Thank it for its fierce, albeit misguided, attempts to protect you. Thank it for getting you to this exact point, to the threshold of your own becoming. Acknowledge its fears, and then with love, you must let it go. You can say out loud, "I honor the journey we have been on, but your service is now complete. I release you with love. I release the story of struggle. I release the identity of the victim. I release the belief that I am limited. I am now stepping into the truth of who I am." You can then safely burn the letter, visualizing the old identity dissolving into light, its energy returning to source to be repurposed. This may bring up a profound sense of grief, and you must allow it. You are grieving a part of yourself. You are grieving a life that, while painful, was familiar. Let the tears flow. This is a holy cleansing. It is the rain that washes the ashes away, preparing the fertile ground for your rebirth. You are not losing yourself. You are losing the illusion of who you thought you were in order to become who you were always meant to be. This is the ultimate choice you face this week. Will you be the caterpillar clinging to the branch, or will you surrender to the alchemy of the chrysalis, trusting that you will emerge with wings? Chosen one. If you feel this truth resonating in the deepest chambers of your heart, if you are ready to courageously release the old self and step into the magnificence of your true divine identity, I want you to anchor this cosmic rebirth right now. This is a declaration of your graduation. Go to the comments and type with every ounce of your power, "I am reborn 999. As you type these words, feel the old heavy coat of limitation falling from your shoulders. Feel the light of your true self beginning to shine, brighter than ever before. So there you have it. The 9 sacred guardrails. The 9 divine invitations for your mastery during this monumental week. Let us recap them, so they are etched into your consciousness. 1. Avoid ignoring your soul's GPS. Your intuition and the synchronicities are your divine map. 2. Avoid replaying old karmic dramas. You have already learned those lessons. Do not retake the test. 3. Avoid dismissing your dreams. They are nightly transmissions from your divine council. 4. Avoid polluting your sacred temple with low vibrational foods and media. You are a high-frequency receiver. Keep your signal clear. 5. Avoid the careless sorcery of negative words. Your voice is a magic wand. Use it to build your heaven on earth. 6. Avoid mindless socializing and energetic contamination. Your vibration is your most precious asset. Protect it fiercely. 7. Avoid the soul-crushing illusion of scarcity. You are a child of an infinite universe. Lack is a lie. 8. Avoid the frantic push of forced action. Surrender is your superpower. Let the universe orchestrate its miracles. And 9. Avoid clinging to the ghost of your past self. You must let go of who you were to become who you are. Understand the magnitude of this moment. What is happening between August 14th and 21st, 2025, is a timeline split of epic proportions. Imagine two powerful rivers of reality diverging. One river flows back into the old 3D paradigm, the world of fear, control, competition, and repeating cycles of suffering. The other river flows forward, into the shimmering crystalline reality of the fifth dimension, the new earth. A reality based on love, collaboration, sovereignty, and infinite abundance. There is no middle ground. There is no fence to sit on. Your predominant vibrational state during this 8-day gateway is your ticket. It is your sorting mechanism. Every choice you make, every thought you think, every emotion you allow, is a vote. It is you choosing your river. This is not a judgment. This is not a punishment. The universe is not deciding for you. You are deciding for you. This is the ultimate expression of your free will. It is the final exam you have been preparing for over countless incarnations. You have all the tools. You have all the wisdom encoded within your very DNA. Your soul remembers how to do this. This message is your final briefing before you step onto the field. It is a reminder of the rules of the game at this new higher level. Do not be afraid. You were built for this. You, the chosen ones, the light workers, the star seeds. You are the ground crew for this planetary ascension. You chose to be here, now, in this exact body, at this exact moment in cosmic history, to anchor this light and to lead the way. This lunar energy is not a threat. It is a gift. It is a tidal wave of grace, designed to wash away all that has held you back, and to propel you into the life your soul has been yearning for. Your only job is to get on your surfboard. Your surfboard is a high vibration. It is a state of gratitude, love, trust, and joy. Keep your frequency high, and you will ride this wave with exhilaration and grace, right into the shores of your most beautiful reality. The portal is opening. The symphony is beginning. The choice is now. If this transmission has resonated with the core of your being, if you felt a sacred and undeniable yes is rising up from within your soul, then I invite you to seal this activation and share this light with the collective. First, please like this video to infuse it with your own powerful intention, adding to its energetic reach. Second, subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. I will be here, supporting you through this gateway and beyond. Third, and this is so important, share this video with at least one other person you know is on this path. You are a lighthouse, and your light is meant to guide others. By sharing this, you amplify the awakening. And finally, go to the comments one last time and tell me which of the 9 points resonated with you the most. Which one will be your primary focus this week? Your declaration creates a powerful ripple in the collective consciousness. Remember who you are. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. You are a sovereign creator being, made of starlight and love. The time for playing small is over. Welcome to your awakening. Welcome home.